For me, it's hard to go a day in the city without planning my life around food. I'm talking bodegas, food carts, fresh markets, and fine dining. Every block in every borough is packed with its own flavor. With limitless options, a restaurant surviving the frenetic food scene of the Big Apple is no easy task. Some of the greatest culinary minds have been kicked to the curb. And these days, there's a new chef in town looking to be king. Literally. Enter Chef Flynn McGarry.
A mackerel dish.
But just 19, Flynn has got the keys to his own kitchen here at Gem in downtown Manhattan.
This is the stew. This was on the menu last night.
I'm gonna give it a try. This is delicious, man.
Go for it. Yeah.
The kid from Malibu started chasing his dream early.
This is all I've ever wanted to do. And there was never a moment where I was like, do I do this or do I do something else? It just sort of always felt natural.
At only 10 years old, before most kids are allowed to use an oven unsupervised, McGarry began teaching himself to cook through some of the world's most complex cookbooks.
So take me to the mind of 10-year-old Flynn, because if you are speaking to an average 10-year-old kid, they're into sports, they're into the video games. Why was 10-year-old Flynn so enthralled by cooking or like the culinary arts?
I mean, the weird thing was, so I didn't start cooking by like creating dishes. I was really inspired by like 3 Michelin star high-level cooking. And at the time, I didn't know any of those techniques. So the first 2 years of me actually learning how to cook, I could only learn how to make chicken stock.
Table 1.
Those lessons turned to dinner parties for friends and family. And soon enough, word got around town.
Melt in your mouth.
By 13, McGarry was serving full tasting menus to paying customers, right at his mom's dining room table.
I went to start working in restaurants in LA, and I was learning all this stuff and just absorbing it like a sponge, but I wanted to have a place where I could sort of explore my own way of thinking of things. On my days off, I would want to experiment, and part of that was wanting to have people actually come and eat the food too.
And they did. At 15, he's landed the cover of the New York Times Magazine. By 16, his own 14-course pop-up in the big city. Before most kids could drive, McGarry was a full-blown celebrity chef. With that came industry critics claiming he hadn't paid enough dues to have earned his stripes.
I've never, ever done anything to satisfy anyone else truly in my career other than myself. If I'm happy with what I'm doing, then I'm happy. I mean, I have to live with all my decisions. They don't. I've worked in a lot of restaurants where no one is enjoying it. You can have fun while you do it.
Everything Flynn's done, both measured and premeditated, has led him to this point. His restaurant, Gem, only 6 months old, just received its first review from the New York Times, calling McGarry more polished as a chef than a restaurateur, but that his cooking was nuanced and his plating was lyrical.
I wanted to have my hand in every single part of this, in the design, in finding the space, in doing the deal for the space.
Thank you, sir.
Hands-on in literally every aspect of the restaurant.
I want all of the ones that smell good.
Chef starts his mornings here, 9 a.m. sharp at the Farmers Market in Union Square.
It's like the grocery store. This is where I come 5 times a week to buy all the ingredients for the restaurant and to sort of figure out what we're going to be cooking for the day. 2 bunches of this. I'm going to buy 2 more things. Everything we're cooking is from the market.
Are you at the restaurant every day?
Yeah.
Do you touch every dish?
Yeah.
From the furnishing to the table settings, the restaurant is an homage to the early dinner party days. And every inch inside is his vision.
So how Flynn is this restaurant? Aesthetically, in terms of the food, when someone walks into Gem, are they getting the Flynn McGarry experience, or are they kind of getting their own?
I mean, it's about as spot on as you can get. It's exactly my taste as far as the food goes, as far as the design goes. By the time you leave this restaurant, you feel like you know me.
Perfect or not, McGarry is swinging for the fences, even on New York terms. Dinner is up to 15 courses.
Fresh tofu that we make and have mackerel. You just cure a little vinegar and a little salt on smoked and dried tomatoes.
And it's not cheap. A meal at Gem will run you over $150 a person. A dish pretty enough to frame, but don't expect this chef to buy into the Insta hype.
What is the worst food trend that you're seeing right now?
Cheeseburger with like mac and cheese, like that kind of like, just like, let's stack everything that's like grossly decadent on top of each other. I've never liked that, just, it makes me like cringe.
An old soul at 19?
Where are you gonna that? I said this one's yours.
It's easy to forget Flynn is younger than most of his staff.
I work 7 days a week. That's not sustainable in the slightest regard. And that's fine. If all of this went away tomorrow, I'd be fine. It's better to do something that's kind of more daring and bold when you're 19.
And that's all he seems to want. Not to be the boy wonder of the kitchen, but to one day just be known and respected as chef.
Have we peaked? Have we reached the mountaintop?
No, I mean, I think it is an interesting, but also very kind of freeing thought. I've reached the point, and it's a very interesting point to be at, especially when you're 19 years old, that now though it's like this dictates anything that comes next.
For Nightline, I'm Ashin Singh in New York City.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.